Morning to you. Now, last week, the Gauteng local government and housing demolished 52 houses in Lenasia, south of Johannesburg. The department is set to tear down another 113. Now, according to the department, these houses are erected on a piece of land that was sold illegally, and buyers were issued with fraudulent papers with the department's official logo. Ntombi Mekgwe is MEC responsible for housing in Gauteng, and Lucas Qagaza is the provincial secretary of the South African National Civic Organization in Gauteng. They are here with us in the studio to give us a perspective on this. Okay, MEC, good morning. Let me give you a chance to make an opening remark about this. Where is this process? What are you doing now as the department?
Good morning, viewer, and all the viewers at home. Firstly, I think we need to understand where we're coming from with regard to this particular problem. Firstly, in 1997, the then MEC for housing appointed a commission which was known as the George Fivers Commission to actually investigate all the issues of illegal land exchange in the Gauteng province. So this is a Gauteng-wide problem. And I also know that in other provinces it might be happening as I'm talking to you. As a result, in terms of that investigations, there were a number of recommendations that were made, one including assisting the poor people in terms of being allocated houses. Two, it was an issue of saying we need to verify the information that was brought forward by George Fivers. And in terms of that information, we did a forensic audit, and that forensic audit pointed to a fact that there were people, organized crime syndicates, that were selling land or exchanging land, charging people.
Is that the case with the land in
Lenasia? Yes, okay. Lenasia, Loli, and Inadale.
Okay.
Including Lenasia South and Lenasia Extension 4. So what has happened was that there were people in 2006 that were arrested as a result of that. But what is amazing is that building of land and the selling of land is still continuing. So it shows that this is a bigger problem.
Okay. Let me give Sanko an opportunity to just make an opening remark. What is your sense of this problem?
Thank you very much, viewer, and good morning to all the viewers. Our sense of the problem is that the problem is bigger than Lenasia.
Okay.
It's a province-wide problem, and it's worse in Lenasia because we still have the ownership of the land in the old format of the tricameral
parliament.
Tricameral parliament.
Yep.
And the land there is still owned by the province, which is not the case in some of the areas of Gauteng, mostly. And so the problem is much, much wider than Lenasia.
So what are you asking the department to do? Are you saying department halt with the demolitions?
Now, already the department we have asked to halt with the demolitions, and I think they've done it. And the next step is then to say, let's then sit down and say, how do we deal with the problem holistically? Not just extension 13 in Lenasia or in Ward 9, but let's deal with the problem holistically and make sure that we actually deal with it so that it doesn't come back again.
Yeah. Let me see who brought in the services, who brought in the roads and electricity and all of the other services that are there.
It's the municipality of Johannesburg.
Okay, so how does that happen when the land has been sold illegally?
Firstly, remember that this is an established township. Firstly, there are houses that are legal in that particular area. There are people who have acquired property in a legal way in that area. As a result of this unscrupulous act that is happening in the area, those houses, in terms of their value, the value of the property, it has gone down. So in an established township, you need to put all those amenities, which the city of Johannesburg has done. But unfortunately, in this particular case where we're talking about syndicates that are selling land, although it's an area that is serviced, there's access to all the services, but people are still connecting illegally. And as a result, the Department of Housing in the province were losing about 300,000 per annum, because if the land is owned by us and their services, we must pay the municipality. Many a times we've been blamed. I think even last month there was a report that says government owes municipalities. It is as a result of this, not necessarily that we've received a service, but it's because we own land, there are services that have been put by the municipality, but we're not getting any benefits, or the community is not even getting benefits because individuals have connected illegally. Whether they've been assisted, I am not sure at this stage, but it's something that, it's an information that we need to further investigate. But
is it the only way, though, to demolish the houses? Is there no other way of dealing with people who may honestly have bought this thing, the piece of land, without any malicious intent?
Firstly, I will say in this particular instance, no one can claim ignorance. 2006, this matter was in the media widely by the then MEC at the time to say people must stop buying land illegally. So you can't claim ignorance in terms of the law. But secondly, people were informed. I've got proof. I've got, you know, where even the previous MECs engage on this particular matter. There's residents committees that the department has been meeting with, even including myself. I went to meet the stakeholders on the ground.
And in the meetings, what were you saying? Were you saying demolish, remove, get out?
Well, remember, in September, on the 29th of September 2011, there's a court order. The ruling says you as an individual, about 186 individuals, you evict yourself or you demolish the property, failing which, and if you don't do it within 13 days, and that 30 days ended in October 2011, and if you don't do this on your own, the department must do it. That's what the court said.
So now that you've halted.
But still, we delayed implementation because we still wanted to engage, we still wanted to mediate. And during our mediation process, we said residents must still come forward. 11 people only came back to the department, and out of the 11, 3 were proven to have acquired documents legally so, and it is these 3 that you must work with. But the other people is still fraudulent documents that they were producing. And it's not new documents. It's documents that they even provided to the previous MECs. There's no new information that is coming.
So where to now for you as SANCO? What kind of intervention, what kind of way forward are you looking for?
Look, we've already intervened as SANCO. We've ensured that at least the process comes to a stop, because we believe that demolition of houses can't be the only solution. This is definitely not our government doing that. We believe that there's some things went wrong, and therefore we are saying as SANCO, let's sit down, let's engage.
Yes, but when you engage, what are you proposing as a solution? Now,
as a solution, we are proposing that firstly, we must look at this thing holistically. Having looked at this holistically, let's have means.
The department says it's fraudulent. There was a court case. This is the decision of the court. We asked you to talk. We engaged and that kind of stuff. So now, what do you propose? Where to?
Now, there will be a process of engagement for you with the department. There will be a process.
Ultimately, you want to say to the department, don't demolish. Keep the people there. Deal with the officials who are corrupt.
Look, we are looking for an amicable solution. We are saying it can be correct that people's houses are demolished. And we are on the ground looking at, because this has got implications for our kids. We don't want a kid next door and next door, because the houses are actually in between certain houses. And the kids looking at next door can't be saying, when they see a big truck or a caterpillar, they say that is government. That's not our government.
MEC, just one last question to you. I'm looking at Twitter. People are saying, MEC, the department is cruel.
Yeah.
Well, I think we all know there's a perception that the department is cruel. That's why we're acting at this stage. There were people who said officials in the department are responsible for this. I said, please, if you have information, give that information. Whoever has done something illegal, we're going to act on those people. And we want to be assisted, you know, including SANCO and other stakeholders who are saying this matter came to the fore in 2006. People decided to close their ears. They decided to ignore the issue. But we will be happy for any other person who will come forward and say, this is the way to go.
Are you going to continue with the demolitions?
Well, we still need to engage. SANCO is here, Human Rights Commission is there, and many other stakeholders. I have been briefing many people, including the South African Council of Churches yesterday, including other stakeholders, the ANC at national level, provincial level, your South African Communist Party, and many other stakeholders. And what we're saying is, we have ears, we want to listen to people.
So you're going to engage. Thank you very much. MEC Ntombi Mekgwe, as well as Lucas Pagaza, Provincial Secretary of SANCO.